Now, the last speaker is now Rapporteur José Ignacio Faria for 2 minutes. The floor is yours. Microphones, please, for the technicians. Maybe try the one next to you. Okay. Okay, it seems we have a technical problem. It's fine. Can you try again, Mr. Farias? Okay, can you... No, the commissioner's is turned off, the commissioner's microphone. Please try another microphone. Sorry for that. Center are on. Could the technicians please turn off the microphones in the center? Okay. Yeah, I think we have a technical problem. So please, Mr. Farias.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello? Yeah. Okay. Muito obrigado, Sra. Presidente.
Thank you, Madam President. In this final phase, I would like to thank my colleagues for what they've said, and also the Commissioner for what he said on this very significant issue. Please, dear colleagues, despite the fact that this regulation brings new requirements on shipping operators, such as notification of CO2 emissions, and other data as well on distance and cargo, it's important that we have this because we've got to make sure people keep their obligations. We've got to try and keep the administrative burden down, though. And perhaps we can use this, do this with proper documentation on board. And we're talking about vessels above 5,000 gross registered tons, which is only 5% of all ships, but is 90% base, gives 90% of the emissions. So we've got to make sure that we do this, continue at the IMO, and make sure that we get to an overall agreement, an international agreement, as soon as possible, whilst the Commission analyses current legislation, should that be necessary. So, dear colleagues, I think this legislation now will contribute to having a more modern and more environmentally friendly maritime shipping system. But it's an essential step forward so that in the future we meet our specific goals of taking carbon out of the economy and the atmosphere. And I hope that we'll be able to make sure it is globally implemented. Some things we weren't able to cover. We could have been more ambitious perhaps, but it wasn't possible here when it comes to greenhouse gases. But we've done what we could, and there was consensus amongst all the political groups with varying environmental sensitivities, so we've got to compromise agreements. And I hope that the Commissioner in the IMO will be able to use this as a basis, and also in all the other fora, to make progress. We've got huge negotiating tensions between the Parliament and the Council, but at the end of the day we've got this final document which is balanced, which everybody I think agrees is good, and that's what we're going to vote upon. So thank you, Commissioner, basically. Thank you all you colleagues. Thank you for everybody's interest in the environment. I hope you'll vote in favour. Thank you to all.
Danke, Herr Faria. Ich hoffe, Sie haben...
Thank you, Mr. Faria. I hope you've had at least the pleasure. It was a pleasure to speak with the Commission's microphone. It doesn't happen that often, thank goodness, but I hope the technicians have now managed to cover the problems. We'll be voting over the next few minutes.